Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Now pray for the soul of this explorer. It's time for 31 days of horror. Jambo bwana, habari gani, mazuri sana, wageni, mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu, hakuna matata. Hi there, Terence Maguana here, and welcome back to the My 31 Days of Horror. And on today's show we're going to look at Oculus from 2014. Brother and sister, Kaylee and Tim Russell, are carrying out a high-tech supernatural experiment to find answers to what happened when their parents went all Amityville horror on them. And the secret seems to reside in a strange antique mirror. This film was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, Eye Candy Africa, who's based in Kenya, and she does all these sort of tourist videos and comedy things. She's brilliant, honestly, her channel is excellent. I'm going to leave a link at the bottom, please check it out. But yeah, this film, Oculus from 2014, I'd never heard of it before, and when she recommended this one to me, I had to go and Google it, and I was like, is that the right thing? You know, it just doesn't look right. But I was so happy with this film. It is very good, it is a very good horror film. And it's weird because it's one of those sort of slow burn horror films, right, that I absolutely adore. I love a good slow burn because in the first 20 minutes I was like, when is this film going to get started? When is this film going to get started? And when it does, oh, it really does. And I love the story. The thing about this movie is it doesn't really have a lot of big frights. Not for me anyway. Eye Candy, she said that this film was very scary. But for me, it was moderate. It was moderate. There were a couple of sort of gross out moments in it that I really enjoyed. There's a scene with a light bulb, right? I will say no more, but this scene with the light bulb was absolutely amazing to me. I love the premise to this film. You've got these brother and sister who watched their parents go completely insane 11 years ago, and we were not, as the story progresses, the story sort of flips back and forth between now and 11 years ago, where we get to discover what happened to their parents, but we know something absolutely dreadful happened to them. And Karen Gillan plays the main character, Kaylee, and she's fantastic in this. She is absolutely obsessed of proving to herself that whatever happened with her parents was because of this mysterious antique mirror, right? And as the story unfolds, we go back to when they were children, and the parents basically go into this sort of Amityville horror sort of mode where they go absolutely crazy and violent and insane. And at the same time we go forward where her and her brother are using all this high-tech equipment to study this mirror, so they can prove that their parents were not insane killers. It's really interesting. I really love the way this story is told. I love the flashback moments. All the scenes in it are really interesting. And Karen Gillan, she's a brilliant actress. That's why I did the dopey Sean Connery impression at the beginning, because she's from Inverness, she's Scottish, you know, she's one of us, right? And I'm so proud of her because she's such a great actor. Whenever I see her in anything, she's always given a 10 out of 10 performance, especially in Avengers Endgame. You know, I'm not mad on the Marvel films, I do see them as very cookie cutter, but she really was a standout in that. I love the way that she played like the dual role in it from two different timelines, and you understood exactly where she was. That was a really interesting performance, and in this she totally steals this whole film. Another great performance in it is Katie Sackhoff. Katie Sackhoff, who was in Battlestar Galactica, the remake TV series, which I dismissed for over 10 years. Over 10 years I was like, I'm never going to watch that. I'm too much of a Dirk Benedict fan. There's no way that Lieutenant Starbuck could be a woman. No, that was my mind when I was in my early 20s, right? And I apologise for that. She was brilliant in Battlestar Galactica. Katie Sackhoff was excellent in that show, and she's brilliant in this. She goes absolutely crazy in this film, and her performance is 10 out of 10 as well. The sort of the weak link in this is this actor Brenton Thwaites, who I recognise from the TV show Titans. He plays Robin in the TV show Titans, and he doesn't really have the chops that Karen Gillan has. She is such an incredible actor, and his delivery is very flat. I feel that this actor he cannot compete with her. I love the idea of this story being based around a mirror. That here we have these characters in 2014, and they're reminiscing about 11 years ago, and what happens in the story 11 years ago mirrors what's happening now, in the way that sometimes they're running up the stairs in the house where this all took place, because it's all based around the house that they grew up in, and where this mirror used to be, and they're running up the stairs and they're running into another room, and then you would see part of the story from 11 years ago, and the story would just bleed into one another. It mirrored that story, and the way it ended, the ending was brilliant. It felt completely, I don't want to go into it too much, but it was so neat. The story was told in such a well crafted way that it was so tidy. I like a nice tidy story. Sometimes it's good to have stuff that's just open-ended. We don't know what to expect. We're still scratching our heads at the end of it. I still enjoy that as well. Things like Videodrome had an ending like that, where you're kind of going, oh, what does that really mean? I'm going to be talking about that for the rest of my life. Or a film like Possession, where the entire movie is just an absolute mystery. But I love that too. But with this film, it is so neat. It is so well told and well crafted that once it's over, it may as well be wrapped up in a bow. I really enjoyed this movie. It was really compelling. And Karen Gillan, what an excellent actor. I really need to watch more films with her in it. She's brilliant. I really enjoy watching her on screen. She's got all the chops to make a really good performance work. And I thought this was going to be one of those sort of boring supernatural horrors that I see all the time. I've never really watched any of the Conjuring films. I remember seeing, I think what put me off was that Haunting in Connecticut that came out many years ago, and the Amityville remake. Once I saw those films, I was just like, right, these people don't know how to make haunted house movies. But this one, Oculus, wow, what a great recommendation, Candy. Thank you for that. You're an absolute gem. And if you want to send any recommendations to me in future, please do. This movie was, what a treat. What a nice way to... I'm just coming to the end of the 31 Days of Horror, and this was a nice wee treat, you know, because I've not really got a chance to really get a lot of enjoyment out of this. It's just been a real stressful time, and this was a nice wee gift. Thank you. A nice wee ghost story that had so many shocks and surprises. There are so many twists and turns in this one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So this is Terence McGuana signing off once again. Peace, love, rock and roll. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.